to feel very welcome in the IPU. There are a lot of things being said here. I think they're interesting things. But what is important is that we develop and help our members develop the capacity to implement those aspirations that have been expressed here. Otherwise, we would just be a talk shop, And so I thought I should engage you while you are here. It saves me the trouble of coming to Uganda. Not that I don't want to come to Uganda, not to Tanzania, but we have lots of other things, and so if I can shoot two birds with one stone here, I think. So we did, and I did send you that letter, and I made a proposal in my letter that you might want to consider being one of the countries that we have identified as priority countries for support when it comes to promoting gender equality in different aspects. Yes, because we have a mandate to promote inclusive decision making, and over the years we have developed expertise in promoting an increase in women's political participation, especially their elevation to parliament. I'm so glad each time I see news coming in, there's a woman speaker who is elected somewhere, then I go and I say, hooray. Yes, I take him. And today we have just 22% of speakers in the parliament in the world that are women, just 22%. I would very much like to see 50%. I'm sure you agree, Ambassador. Yes. So there are many things that we can do, and if our offer is one that is agreeable to you, then my office and your office could work together on the details of such cooperation, and we would be pleased to provide the resources for that. So.
Sure. I would like to also appreciate, much as we wrote back, I think, to appreciate your letter that we received, and thank you so much for writing, because if you didn't, we wouldn't be sure whether we are actually proper members of IPU and whether you're following up the politics like you have said. But we are very grateful for that as a house. But also we are very grateful because IPU has been working with the Tanzanian Parliament before in a number of issues, and I'm glad now you have just committed that you're ready to keep those engagements, but even to start new ones, so that we got together in those two issues. One, you talked about early child marriage. Yes. That is also one of the issues that we try to work on as members of parliament, but also as female members of parliament. We have our own group of female members of parliament, which is called the Tanzania Women Parliamentary Group, and this is the group of women that actually. This is the caucus
TWPG.
Yes, TWPG. So we work with women in a number of issues, and one of them is actually empowerment in all areas, in terms of trying to increase the numbers. How do we increase the numbers? Because the members of parliament who are already there, we would want to keep them.
Yes.
And then so they get the knowledge on how they can actually secure their constituencies, but also assist in talking to young girls elsewhere who would want to join the house, or talking to women elsewhere who would want to come to parliament, so that we add the numbers. Right now we are at 36.7%.
Which is way above the global average.
Yes,
good,
but we
want 50%.
Yes, that's where we are heading to.
Yes.
So I think your commitment that you're ready to work with us is very much welcome. And what we'll try to do is to work out on the issues that we would want to engage these women members of parliament into. Okay. And also because we have to find out from them what it is that they want to learn, And because this is a relatively new parliament, not very new, but relatively new, we had general elections in 2020, so we have a number of female members of parliament who are new in the House, so they need to be trained on a number of issues. One of them, like we had today in the session, is lobbying, because you need resources to keep your constituency, whether you're directly elected like myself, because I have a constituency, but you also have a particular group of female members of parliament who are elected to the House but not directly elected from constituencies. So because the constitution guarantees 30% that they should be women, so there's an arrangement that is made in the laws that these women, you get them from different parties that would have participated in the general election. Any party that would get more than 5% of the general vote, general vote from the members of parliament, then they are guaranteed a particular number of members in the House. So this training do two things. One, these women can still come through the ways that they have come to the House. We usually call them special seats. But also you have got a number of them wanting to now go to constituencies, and then you have more female in the constituencies, and then you have also the 30%. So that will increase the number. So I talked about the need for financial engagement or literacy, whatever you call it, but they need to know how to access funding so that they can be able to keep their constituencies. But also there are other areas, like you talked about your readiness to work in child marriage. Before they go out there, you want them to be informed. So at some point they need to have information. Now, for them to get information, somebody must have done some research, so that they are, they have sufficient information if they have to advocate for anything. Or at times, like our parliaments, because we make laws, we also do the oversight. We are advisors to the government. For a member of parliament to be effective in the House, they need to have all these skills